Here we are at one of America's greatest cathedrals of speed. Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip welcoming you to Texas Motor Speedway and the Samsung Mobile 500.
Mike, you hit the nail on the head. This joint is bad fast. It's one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. It's also one of the biggest races. Everybody comes here, they want to win those cowboy hats and shoot those six-shooters.
Carl Edwards has 3 wins here, 5 drivers tied with 2 apiece.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys I think you can favor here. The Roush cars look really, really good this week.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. Let's find out who's best in Texas.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our NASCAR 15 season here at the Texas Motor Speedway as we try to take the points lead back from Brad Keselowski in the number 2 here. The 7th race of this season as we are now green underway here at Texas. We qualified about mid-pack. We qualified here in the 17th spot. We try to get underneath Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano now, trying to go 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. We make the moves, and now we're going to get a big shove here from the back of Vickers. As now we're getting a little bit sideways here through 1 and 2, but hold the momentum. This number 88 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Now we clear Vickers, still alongside Denny Hamlin for the 16th spot. Into 3 and 4, we send it in, get a huge run through the middle. We go by Truex, Biffle, we shove Hamlin out. We get by him, big draft from Logano. Big shot to the 22. We're getting beaten around by Biffle. Casey Kane. What a save. We save it. McDowell sets the fastest lap of the race as we get in the back of the 18 to Kyle Busch, and there he goes. Into the wall goes Kyle Busch, but we stay green and we continue racing as we try to chase down Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth. Carl Edwards leads this race now as we head into 3 and 4 now. Big run going right by Matt Kenseth on the outside, nearly touching him. Clean pass now. We're going to get into the back of Logano, up into the wall. He goes in a huge hit for the 22. We continue to stay green. Now back in the back of Jeff Gordon. You know where to go. He's getting contact himself. Jeff Gordon, we're sidelined. We're in the wall hard and a huge hit. And the caution is out here at Texas. Jeff Gordon, myself, hard in the wall. We have significant right front damage. And we come to a complete stop here on the apron. This could take to a small little pace, but a huge crash here at Texas. And I see we get in the back of Jeff Gordon. He sticks his hard in the wall. He gets about a bang. He gets drilled by Denny Hamlin. AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Stenhouse upside down, flying through the air. The big one. Biffle piles in. Logano, Josh Wise, Blaney, a whole bunch of cars pile into this. And from this wreck, AJ Allmendinger will actually DNF out of the race on this incident. He got drilled in that. As now we go back underway here on lap 5. We reset back in 30th after, of course, pitting to repair the right front damage we suffered. And Jeff Gordon put us right into that wall. But we have a tremendous restart and drive right all the way up in the top 20, moving Truex out of the way. What a restart we have here. Then we get in the back of Michael Annett, give him a shot. We're going to get loose and we're going to slide away up the track. We're still going to block Martin Truex Jr. here for 20th. As we head down into 3 and 4 now, going right by Annett, McDowell, and Allgaier into 17th place. Now we try to get by Cole Witt. Trevor get into the back of David Gilbert, 3 wide. In the back of Josh Wise, Trevor Bain gets over sideways. There we go, flying by Eric Almirola and nearly destroy him. Now trying to go by Chip Burton, big contact with Tony Stewart. We have to check up hard here into 1 and 2, but we continue going in the right direction. On the outside is Stewart running in 12th. Already driven ourselves pretty much back to the top 10 from 30th. Make a little bit of kind of Trevor Bain. Now we're into the side of Stewart, trying to get by Chip Burton into Blaney. He's going to go sideways. He is going to save it. What is always setting cars in the wall, but we stay green. What a save by Ryan Blaney as we now go by J.J. Yaley and Michael Waltrip to go into 7th place. And now into the back of Casey Kane. He's going to slam us into the wall, into Waltrip. And we got 3 cars in the wall, but we stay green. Nearly wrecked David Gilliland as we now take 10th away from Casey Kane, who just stuffed us into the wall, into Michael Waltrip, who just got destroyed out of all that. Now here comes Justin Allgaier, the big run down the backstretch. Now we block Allgaier as we work our way now through 3 and 4. Clint Boyer leading this race. Jimmy Johnson the fastest lap as we try to regain all those positions that we just lost in this absolute melee. Here after Casey Kane, we got into him and he put us up in the wall. So now we try to chase down 9th place David Gilliland for Front Row Motorsports as we have to lift here next to the corner, almost into the wall. We are going to hit the wall there. Significant contact, significant damage now to the right front fender. Right front tire axle there of the car after banging the wall there. That will make the car a lot harder to turn as we continue to try to drive back up to this front pack here and get back in contention. Anything we can, but we still got speed. We're still gaining on David Gilliland after we sustained that damage to the right front now as we go through 1 and 2. Not able to get as low as I'd like. Still have to lift here through the middle section of the corner. Then we're able to throttle it up and gain on David Gillen. Now we got a big run on Gillen down the backstretch. Now heading our way now into 3 and 4. We're going to get underneath him. We're going to stay behind him. We're going to get tight in his draft. We're going to have to check up and try to make the move again. On the exit 3 and 4, Gillen gets loose. Gives us that opportunity now. Down the front straightaway now on lap 10. 24 laps to go. Green flag pit stop. So might be coming up soon if we stay green. Now we go to the inside to Gillen and we're into him. He's up the track a little bit. We continue to stay side by side and we make him loose enough where we will now take the position, moving to 9th and chase down Jeb Burton in 8th place. And Tony Stewart is there as well. But look like there's some line of cars looking to come down pit road here, it looks like. Possibly positioning to come down and pit. No, we stay green. Everyone avoids. They do not pit yet. As we continue to try to gain whatever time we can here. Now we're getting a big run here into 1 and 2 on Jeb Burton. Really sends it in there. We hit the apron. That's going to get loose. That's going to cost us some time. We're just going to lose the back end of the car there with that front fender damage. And have to regroup, but still within good range of gaining on Burton and Stewart. Now a huge check up into the reverse slam hard into the back of Jeb Burton and JJ Yaley as they come down pit road with Ty Dillon as we move into 6th place now. Well, luckily that didn't damage our car any further, but that certainly was not pleasant doing that, as now we really try to chase down Stewart and of course your race leader, the 15 of Clint Boyer. 6.2 seconds ahead of myself right now as we're in the middle of the pit stop cycle. We continue to slide through 1 and 2, still hanging on to a solid 6th place run. Doing pretty solid for a mile and a half, which is a track that we've struggled on this year. Now we go by Stewart, McMurray, and Newman as they all put. We are now into 3rd place. Boyer pits. That'll put us into 2nd as we are going to get up into the wall right there, sideways through the grass. We are going to save it. And full throttle through the infield grass here at Texas Motor Speedway as we are now in 2nd as Matt Kenseth leads the race as he still is not pitted. Neither have I. But we are getting low on fuel and the tires are getting worn and we have significant right front fender damage and it is really affecting the drive on this car and the ability it has to flow through the corner really. So now we go into 3 and 4. See, we're just sliding up the racetrack. The damage really getting us in there. Now we're into the wall again significantly. Now it's right. Now we have a flat right front. Now we're struggling. The right front nearly flat as we are struggling now with the pace going through 1 2. Here comes Keselowski, our championship points leader rival, now right in our bumper with Jimmy Johnson. I'm like, we gotta come down this time. We gotta come down this time. Here comes Keselowski outside. We're gonna slide up the track into Keselowski. We're gonna make cutting rings up, turn us in the wall. We're just completely sideways. We got 3 flat tires slammed by Keselowski. Jimmy Johnson. Here comes Menard and he will get into us and spin us around and we are under caution and up the track we go into traffic and there is Kurt Busch is involved as well. Truex is in it and we are under caution once more as we completely had a flat tire. We got junked by Keselowski. Johnson. We go down the track and get spun by Menard and up into Kyle Larson and Stenhouse in the air again for the 2nd time tonight. Logano sustains some damage. Now, of course, we're going to come down pit road to get heavy repairs as well as fuel and tires. As then we get back underway on lap 16, we are back here at the back of the field with Menard, Kurt Busch, and a whole Haston crew here. We start here in 19th, going underneath Matt Kenseth and Clint Boyer. We're still in the top 20. That's pretty impressive. Danica Patrick is leading the race of all people with 18 laps to go as we go underneath. Bobby Labonte's number 32 trying to get to Chase Elliott and that 25 ahead. Now Kenseth can take us 3 wide through the middle. We'll drop back down to 18th and then we'll set in the corner into the back of Austin Dillon. That may not end well. He's up the track and there they go. He just put Menard in the fence. But we stay green so we continue to battle Matt Kenseth for 15th. Through 3 and 4, driving our way back up the field. Brad Keselowski now our rival for the points leader, leading the race as a huge checkup from Jimmy Johnson and into the corner. We're going to shoot all the way up to 7th place, just like that, into the back of Jeff Gordon once again. Now we're sliding up the track, really high up the track. Jimmy Johnson gets back around us. We drop down to 8th place as we manage to block Kyle Larson now. Now we're going to have Vickers on the inside. Now we're going to send it through the corner as Danica's going slow. We go by her. We go by Jimmy. Now we're going to work our way by Jeff Gordon to get into the 5th position. Back into the top 5 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Now chasing down Carl Edwards in the 19 for 4th place in the corner. Big checker beginning back Edwards and there he goes. Around goes Carl Edwards and a huge wreck behind us as we just made a mistake there. Got into Edwards and I couldn't stop. I checked up trying not to spin him out, but we drove in the back of him and around he went by the time we checked and he went up the track and boom, right into Jeff Gordon, Larson on that, McMurray, Gillen, and the whole back half of the field piles in. Jimmy Johnson in the wall, the big one here at Texas. And we are going to stay out on the racetrack. And that'll make us restart 3rd, just behind Brad Keselowski. And Cole Witt is on the front row here at Texas. Did not expect Cole Witt to be on the front row here. As him and Keselowski side by side, we fit in line right behind in third. We get a little bit loose there, and 1 and 2 have to lift off the throttle a little bit. That will cost us our momentum through the corner. As now we sail it off here into 3 and 4. We're going to get behind Cole. We're just going to hit Cole Witt, and there he goes. Around goes Cole Witt. He's crashing big time with Jeff Gordon. Again, another mistake by myself here, just racing Cole Witt hard. 4 points should be getting in the back of him, and there he goes. Up, around, into Jeff Gordon, into Jimmy Johnson. And the caution is out. And we're going to stay on the racetrack, of course. And now we reach on the front row alongside our rival for the points lead, Brad Keselowski. 1 and 2 in points, side by side. 1 and 2 here in Texas with 12 laps to go. Contact made. We'll do more contact. Now Keselowski's going to turn us. We're going to back up in the wall. Logano, Dylan. We are going to crash off of the bumper of Brad Keselowski. Trevor Bayne slams into us. The Biff slams into us. A huge wreck erupts here at Texas as we get into Keselowski, and Brad just wrecks us up into his own teammate, Joey Logano. Austin Dillon gets drilled. Harvick goes around and see Edwards, Regan Smith up there. More cars piling back here. Trevor Bayne, Biffle, McDowell, Blaney. Just the huge one erupts here at Texas. We are, of course, going to pit. We have heavy damage on this car. Now we are going to restart because of the slim amount of cars on the lead lap. We're going to restart in 19th place here and get a great restart, flying by using the grass just like that. We're going to be in the top 10 into turn 1. We are going to be up to 7th, 6th place. Now we're in the top 5, up to 4th. What a great restart with just 10 laps to go here at Texas. Brad Keselowski, our points leader rival, still leading this race as they get on the inside of Regan Smith and Kurt Busch, and we're going to use Kurt Busch. We're going to put Kurt Busch in the wall as we move now into 2nd place and try to chase down our championship rival, Brad Keselowski, here at the Texas Motor Speedway, to try to pass him for the lead and the win, to try to hopefully take the points lead this season. As now as we sailed off into 1 and 2, big momentum. We're looking to put down a flyer of a lap right here with fresh tires. We are gaining on Brad Keselowski down the back straightaway now. 9 laps to go. Who is it going to be? Into 3 and 4. We get a big run on Keselowski. We sail by Keselowski on the outside, side by side, through the corner on exit. He's going to get loose, almost get into us, and now we're going to clear Keselowski with 8 laps to go at Texas. We take the lead and set the fastest lap of the race with a 28.32 on fresh tires, as we look to bring home our 3rd win of the season here at Texas, pulling away from Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards, and Regan Smith. Now Kevin Harvick now into the 4th spot as we come to take 7 to go in the lead, looking to cruise to a victory after a great late race restart and come back from a devastating wreck. 7 to go at Texas. We lead the way. And now we're going to move on to 2 laps to go. We put Danica Patrick 1 lap down, and we're lapping a whole bunch of cars as everyone else has to pit. I think we have just enough gas and tires left in the tank after pitting when we did for getting involved in that crash with Brad Keselowski. We have a 7-second lead over Ryan Newman, and we look like we're going to cruise to victory lane here as we're coming to take the white flag, this time on the outside of Chase Elliott's number 25. We will bang into the wall right there, put him another lap down. Now white flag, final lap here at Texas. 1 more lap to hold on and win this race as we go by Michael Annette's 46, and we lap Jimmy Johnson and a bunch of guys. Now there's only 3 cars on the lead lap. Myself, Ryan Newman, and Joey Logano as the first car lap down is Martin Truex in 4th. Another lap down is Matt Kenseth. Now here's Denny Hamlin as we sail it off into 3 and 4 for the final time. We are going to take home a very important... We're getting into the wall here in 3 and 4, but regardless, we're going to take home a very important win here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Just getting cut of Denny Hamlin afterwards. We win here in Texas. Our 3rd win of the season. And may possibly take the points lead back from Brad Keselowski. And now we're going to burn it down in celebration after a amazing victory. As they're coming back from being involved in a whole host of wrecks here, including wrecking with our championship rival Brad Keselowski on the second to last restart of the race. We storm back from 19th on the final restart to the lead, win the race, and establish ourselves as the true championship contender as we win here on the 1.5 miles of the Texas Motor Speedway. Doing a burnout in the infield grass. And boom, bumper to the outside wall right there. Spin down the track and celebrate our victory here, as now we go to victory lane to celebrate with the crew. And now we review the final race results. Of course, myself, your winner with the fastest lap and the most laps led. Ryan Newman, your runner-up. Logano, third. Edwards, fourth. Harvick rounds out your top 5. Then Menard, Colwitt, Brian Vickers, Kurt Busch, and Bobby Labonte, your top 10. Truex, Stenhouse, Boyer, Austin Dillon in the top 15. McMurray, Keselowski, Larson, Hamlin, and Kenseth get top 20. So Brad Keselowski finishes 17th. So we finished 16 spots better. That could get us a points lead. Then you see Jeff Gordon going to finish 26th. Jimmy Johnson 27th. Kyle Busch down in 28th. Stewart down in 31st. Casey Kane 37th. Biffle down in 38th. Blaney 39th. Of course, AJ Allmendinger DNFs on lap 2 after that hard crash with myself and Jeff Gordon as we win here at Texas Motor Speedway. As now we view the final standings here, we now jump 3 points ahead of Brad Keselowski for the points lead. Then Carl Edwards, Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Larson, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, Clint Boyer, and Harvick in the top 10 in points. Of course, we are the only multi-time winner of the season with 3 wins. Regan Smith there in the top 10 in points. So there remains 5 different winners this season. After my, of course, 3rd win of the season here at the Texas Motor Speedway. As you look, Jeff Gordon struggling in the points, down all the way in the 22nd place area. Blaney barely hanging on to the top 30 in points. Be interesting to see if he can actually make the playoffs by being in the top 30 in points. So we win here at Texas. And until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.